Hey, happy Monday. All right. I got to tell you, Jay, maybe I got to clear the cache something because during the break, the stopping is so annoying. And the computer just updated. Luckily, I came in early because it needed an update. So it does not work, though. It's making me crazy. All right. So welcome, everyone. Got quite a bit in the house. All right. So the giveaway of the night is Gargoyles #1, signed by Greg Weissman. So a nice one today. Hashtag, as always, is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. Just enter it once in the chat. We will do the drawing towards the end of the show. Got some nice, sketch covers, as always. Got G.I. Joe number 325, various versions. A new DC KO number 4. Some Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman number 14s. Let's see. I brought back the Dork #1 cover A. It's the last chance because we have it underpriced. That thing is specking out of town. It's crazy. All right. Dynamite books this week. Coming out Wednesday. The Muppets Noir #1 is out. Darkwing Duck Omnibus is out. Let's see. Stitch #6 is out. Let's see. Terminator Metal #5. Thundercats #24. All right, let's see what else we got here. Thundercats, Vampire Armageddon #8. And then let's see, Vampire Dark Reflections Trade, Archives, and Elvira in Monsterland. There he is.
I got bad news for
John's
you.
Here.
The table isn't going to support me, man. We're going to sit in seats, bro.
Hang out. We'll be right back.
Chinese culture group. What's up, everybody?
What's up, guys?
Robbie.
All right, yeah, that really messed me up with the stopping and stalling. I may have to clear the cache tomorrow. See if that'll help. All right, so welcome. As you can see, John's here.
Most importantly, Close Encounters of the Third Kind is what Robbie's going to be talking about tonight on his show. I love that movie. I'm super excited.
Worse than that. So Robert Duvall died today.
I know.
I read. Very disappointed. He was older, in his 90s, I think.
Yeah, 95.
One of the radio nicknames I was given back in the day was Culinary Consigliere. And I thought to myself, this guy was the original Consigliere. And I was super sort of,
So
I was bummed because he's always the Consigliere, like in my mind. And, he's like a 95-year-old man.
When you think about the body of work, all right, so you got Godfather, of course. You of course have Apocalypse Now.
It's Apocalypse Now. He's been in
and
he was even stuff like he's on like The Outer Limits.
Well, one movie I think people forget about that was excellent at the time, The Great Santini.
Great Santini.
That was a great movie.
That movie holds
I
up.
think another forgotten classic of his is Tender Mercies. You ever seen Tender Mercies?
That's right.
Yeah.
But he has had a very long career. He was in a Tom Cruise movie.
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
No, not that one. It was another one.
Okay.
Did he pop in a Mission Impossible movie?
No, it wasn't Mission Impossible.
I
think it would have been Reacher. Wasn't it the second Reacher movie he made?
Might have been. I try to forget.
He ran the gun shop or something, and
maybe
Cruise was looking for somebody, and then he helps him release his girlfriend from
I'll just say this: if there's anybody in the chat that isn't super familiar with Robert Duvall, Go to IMDb and look up his body of work. And
I would say anybody
that'll take
living
you about
today.
an hour.
I would say anybody living today over the age of 40 has to
Yeah.
be familiar with his work.
Also,
not to-
also
ahead.
Lonesome Dove, y'all. Lonesome Dove, man.
Lonesome Dove. I was just going to say he was in like a monster.
He had a very big.
There was a
long
time
career.
when Lonesome Dove was credited both as a book,
Yes, that's right. Thank you,
a
Marvel
movie,
fan.
TV show, as like bringing the Western back.
Right.
There was a time where Westerns were like dead.
I really marked that as Silverado. I think kind of.
Silverado.
It kind
From
of
what
marked
I
that
understand,
point.
hardcore Western fans hate Silverado, and I love Silverado.
So many actors you think about
It's
it.
very derivative, but I don't.
Kevin Costner got a start there, really.
Kevin Kline is in that movie.
Kevin
Kevin
Kline.
Costner is in that movie. Scott
Klein was in
Glenn is
his
in that
heyday
movie.
at that time.
Hmm?
Kevin Kline was
Kevin
in his
Kline
heyday.
was in his heyday at that time. For him to do that was
Um,
Brian Dennehy was in that movie.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
He had a real good role in that movie. Linda Hunt,
that's right.
Linda
the
Hunt,
bartender
who I-
or the bar manager or
the
whatever.
Shamsid Mapes. You should know exactly. who she-
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that was a good movie. So I don't know how anyone could not like that. If you like Westerns, how can you not like that movie?
Well, Westerns used to be banged out like crazy, and now I think we get them periodically, but for the most part, they're pretty good. Occasionally, you get like the schlock that's straight to Amazon Prime or whatever, but now when a Western comes out, generally speaking, they do a pretty good job.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, like Unforgiven with the,
I mean, you got
they're
Unforgiven.
deep.
I just blew through a whole bunch of Clint Eastwood Western movies, and I kind of ended it with Unforgiven. But the one that gets lost in the shuffle a lot, and he did an amazing job in, is a movie called Pale Rider.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a movie that sort of gets forgotten between Unforgiven and the Academy Award deal, and Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Because it felt like
it
felt like a sequel to his spaghetti westerns.
Yeah,
I always
like it felt like it was part of the Leone trilogy, right? But it wasn't.
what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
Another one that gets lost in that shuffle to me is Hang 'em High. I love that movie. I used to watch that movie all the time.
Is that the one with? No, wait. That's not the one with Lee Van Cleef. I'm trying to think of the one.
Nah, Lee Van Cleef is in Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right? But
Good,
like,
the Bad, and the Ugly.
That's
but
right.
it's the one where he's like, there's that line. He's like, when you hang a man, you better look him in the eye, or something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Dude, my dad used to watch that movie on like TBS or something all the time. I'd watch it. It would TBS, TNT. It would always be like either a Bond marathon or a Western marathon, bruh. That's how I got introduced to the work of Ford and Hawks and all these dudes, right? Like really great stuff.
So
You know
Jay,
who just mentioned getting an itch to do another Western comic?
Who?
One of Nick's friends that I'm allowed to pester quite frequently on social media, Jimmy Palmiotti. He's a big Western fan. Of course, everybody knows kind of about Jonah Hex. I don't know if we need to go back into that.
Yeah,
But
him and Justin Gray basically redefined Jonah Hex for a modern audience. Also, they had a really great run on All-Star Western, and he's a big Western fan. He's doing a Deadly Tales, a Gunslinger Spawn set in the Western era. Doing a solid job, man.
The Western era. I really loved. I'm one of the few people that liked All-Star Western better than Jonah Hex. Not that I have any problem with Jonah Hex. There was just something about All-Star Western, the time it came out. It just very much connected for me. But he mentioned on, I think it was Blue Sky, because I guess DC is reissuing Jonah Hex in like a book, slipcase, prestige, whatever kind of format it's going to be, collection. And he had mentioned to some other people that, with kind of like the return of Westerns and this and that, he's sort of, looking at different stuff and, might kickstart something.
So Jay, Outlaw Josie Wales, I felt like it was that bridge movie in his Westerns where it was no longer the spaghetti kind of Western.
He wasn't the man with no name. He was.
It was a real movie with real storyline and, something of substance, I think, was the first time we saw Clint in that kind of role. You know what I mean?
Well, by that point, he'd sort of proven that, he'd always been in Westerns. I mean, he was in some 50s TV Western as a kid.
I watched
Virginian or something like that. I don't know which one it is, but he was like fifth from the lead. He somehow just got into that sort of, I'm a Western dude. Maybe because of his build, you know what I mean? He was tall, slim, sort of,
Rawhide. He was in Rawhide.
Was it Rawhide?
Rawhide, that's right.
Correct.
So, then he's in the spaghetti westerns, and that sort of makes a whole new generation of audience see westerns be something they weren't before. Westerns were pretty formulaic before that, especially, and I've enjoyed this guy's film. I understand as a person he's problematic. Performance-wise, I love John Wayne, most John Wayne Western movies, especially stuff like The Shootist. I just think that's good stuff. And like I said, I won't get into. I know there's a lot of people that have issues with things Wayne said or did. Okay, man. That's not.
That's separate. I love John Wayne Westerns,
but John Wayne Westerns,
starting with Stagecoach, Black and White.
For years, one of the best westerns is considered The Searchers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back when I was a student. And people were in film class. I sat in film class literally because I liked movies, not, they let me take it for pass fail because, I just wanted to watch movies. So the instructor was like, okay, you can take it as pass fail. I was like, thanks. The Searchers was generally considered.
Pale Rider. Yes, Jay. That one scene with the axe handle was.
That axe handle was. I just watched Pale Rider last week, and I got to tell you, you sort of get a little bit of like a flinch when you're watching.
You knew it was coming.
And it's brutal, even though you know it's coming.
So, well, it turns out HBO Max ended for me when I canceled everything. I knew it was coming soon. I just didn't realize it would be this weekend. But I did want to see episode 5 of the Game of Thrones knockoff.
Oh, Kingdom of the Seven. Or whatever.
Although I heard the reviews aren't all great. So apparently they went back to the dark kind of gore.
It started real well. That series started a little bit like you.
So I'm not disappointed.
You haven't seen Game of Thrones in a while. You haven't seen anything from that world. You're a little excited. This is a prequel. You don't have all the baggage that comes with the other shows.
But
then they just sort of, I don't know if it's a George R.R. Martin thing or somebody who I remember sitting and
it's dragging.
It's dragging. Yeah. The first couple episodes were really good.
Just like Fallout.
We watched
I have not been able to
return fourth episode before the game on last Sunday.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, this thing is only 30 minutes or 35 minutes an episode, and you're already running out of steam.
Yeah, it felt long, Yeah. So I will say, because I know things are shutting down at the end of the month for me, I did watch Predator Badlands is on Disney. I really enjoyed that.
That
movie. That's a movie that
Marvel do a prequel for that?
Yeah, they did. They did a one-shot prequel that kind of became a little bit of a spec book, right? But that is a book that, a movie that shouldn't work, right? Because, if you would tell me that there's a Predator movie that's got a cute animal sidekick and the Predator's going to learn to work with a robot. It sounds on paper like it would not be good. It sounds like a Disney-fied, kid-ified version of the Predator, but it works for me,
the reaction people had was the reaction is exactly what people said.
Right.
Oh God, here's Disney, Marvel, whatever, getting a hold of something, and now it's going to be plush toys or whatever.
But
when it was first announced that it was going to be rated PG-13, a lot of people, including me, was like, no Predator movie should be PG-13. But because they're all robots and aliens, there's plenty of brutality and violence in this movie. It's awesome. I had so much fun with that movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was watching going, holy crap, this is really good.
Well, a lot of this stuff, to a certain extent, I don't want to say any of this material isn't original. A lot of these ideas were, and I reference this a lot, but these things were covered to a certain extent by Dark Horse. When they were doing these books in the 90s, you saw more of the Terminator universe. You saw more of the Predator universe. You kind of saw that there was a lot more going on than just what you saw in these movies. And I think, I might be wrong, I think it was Predator Cold War, where you kind of see that there's tribal, clan, familial drama.
Right.
It's not just a guy jumps out of a ship and goes hunting and he kills everybody except the one person that got sent. Right. When they did Predator Prey, I love that movie, but essentially they kind of went back to that formula, right? He shows up, everybody dies.
I liked it. I liked Prey as well, but it just felt somewhat the same without the original movie with Arnie Okay,
Yeah.
it just felt like they didn't have guns. Okay, so they were at a huge disadvantage.
Predator had their upside, and then you kind of went to this downside with something called Predators, where it's like a 10-year-old kid saving the universe or
Right.
partnering with the Predator. And at that point, you're like, pull the plug. And also at that point, when they're like, oh, Disney got the rights to this, I'm like, well, it can't be any worse. I just saw a movie with a kid and a guy and his girlfriend, and it was like some kind of 90s sitcom thing, like rom-com type thing, except for an alien. And I'm like, no, this is terrible. Don't do this. So it's just...
It was well done. It was really well done.
I think
The best
a
romantic comedy involving aliens is Earth Girls Are Easy. Let's go.
Those girls are easy.
So it was nice to see them incorporate the aliens universe.
Well, they really do. They're kind of bringing those things together
Right.
a little bit, and they should. The fact that you can make the argument, and it's been made before, that even though I don't like this franchise, it doesn't connect with me. I don't like it. The Avatar universe, the Avatar is in this universe. You can very easily make the big evil corporation Weyland-Yutani. Like if you look at all the technology they use in Avatar, and then go look at Aliens, everything's almost exactly the same. Sure, in Avatar, everything is updated and might look better with CGI or whatever, but it's all the same stuff.
So I did also watch Tron Ares, which wasn't too bad. It wasn't great.
I just
but
don't think it
wasn't
was
too
Tron. As a movie, it was okay to watch. Action, entertainment, you're eating your popcorn and drinking your 96-ounce soda. From that aspect, it's fine. As a Tron movie, first of all, Tron isn't in the movie. Just in no way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but to be honest,
that's sort
the
of
first
like
Tron was It became a cult classic, but really the storyline for me was right? And then what was the other one they made? Tron
what are you talking
Legacy?
about? We're the
Legacy.
same age. When Tron arrived, Tron was this, and you know it was. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, the sci-fi aspect of it was neat.
What had a big line at the video game and in the arcade that summer down in Seaside? Everybody
the
ready to
video
play
game
Tron.
was popular, right? Now I wasn't there when it released, but what I have heard historically is that the video game was popular, but the movie, kind of like other sci-fi classics of '82, like say Blade Runner or John Carpenter's The Thing, got overshadowed by E.T. Like that's what I've heard is that
Yeah,
'82 was
I know
basically
what,
the year of
that's
E.T.
kind of right too. Actually,
I think Tron kind of felt like Disney's black hole.
the memory of Tron, and I heard this because I love watching Tron. This is one of the things in my annual rewatch rotation. The original Tron, it's like the idea of Tron is better than the execution we've seen of Tron. You love this
I agree with
idea,
that.
right?
I
You
agree
love
with
Jeff
that.
Bridges, you love Bruce Boxleitner's Tron, and then you get into the movie and you're sort of like, well, this movie was made in like 81 and it released in 82. The tech level isn't there. Plus, it's Disney.
What
So
I
it does
enjoyed-
have the black hole
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
I
What
can
I
imagine that
enjoyed
the visuals in that movie at the time though were very striking for the
Oh yeah,
They
there's
were,
the scene
yeah,
where
they
David
definitely
Warner
were.
appears, and you're just blown away. Especially back in the day, I'd sit real up close,
Right.
because I'd be all kicked back like this. 5 or 6 of my friends, or girlfriends, whatever, everybody's hanging out. We're all shoving popcorn into our faces. David Warner appears, and you're like, oh, like it really it blew you away for the time period.
What I do like about Tron Ares was the way they incorporated the original
It's
tech
photon discus, not frisbees, Jay.
when
Shouldn't you know
they
that?
when
to
they
produce for this content?
when they incorporated the old tech with the old computer and the floppies.
Yeah.
Okay, with what exists today, because that's the biggest problem. It was linking that together.
And John's
I felt
100%
did
right.
really well.
I'm one of like the last 9 people on the planet still living that had in television. In television, deadly discs.
I remember
Tron's deadly
television.
disc. That was sort of
It had the best baseball.
it just
Television had the best
television is one of those when all the people talk about like the dawning of the age of video games. I feel sometimes in television gets forgotten because I'm like, let me tell you, they had 3, 4, 5
superior
games.
to Atari. It really
just-
was.
It's just
But they
like
just
beta.
couldn't
They
get it.
Beta. They just didn't have the brand saturation, whatever.
They didn't have enough games.
They really didn't. The best thing,
That was a problem. Baseball was
the
fantastic.
hardest thing in television was year 2. Year 1, you had a better system and better games than everyone else. Well, then Christmas came again. And Atari had more
And
games.
price.
But-
And price.
and
It was
you-
more expensive than Atari.
and it was cheaper. And then all of a sudden, the games you got in the second and third runs of Intellivision games were not,
Lorena, where
not
are you
really-
that it's freezing
well, it's not warm here. It's 40.
compared to last weekend?
The ice still has not melted.
Yeah, I know. There's so much of it.
Bro, I think we hit in the 70s today. It's been great.
To me, it's balmy. The weekend was fine. The snow is slowly melting, although we got a little bit more overnight.
I don't know if anybody saw
Freezing
the
rain.
picture, but Neil deGrasse Tyson posted a photo and it's from space, and it almost looks like it's a disaster movie. It's just this massive, what looks like a waveform over part of South America. And he tells you, no, this isn't a giant tidal wave and this isn't CGI.
Lorena, 50s? Seriously?
This is like this massive cold front. And like you realize.
Well, we've got a
great
massive
picture.
warm front. And the West Coast, you're supposed to get slammed by storms, apparently, this week. So it's just, the weather is so crazy. And I don't know if it's true. My iPhone app says next Sunday, 5 to 7 inches. I don't know if it's true.
At this point, I really don't know what
But it's
to believe
supposed to be in the
anymore because
40s. I don't understand how it could be 5, 7 inches if it's 40 degrees out.
temperature could drop. I think maybe what they're saying is if it's snow, it's 5 to 7 inches. But if it rains, it's just a rainy day, which is fine. Rainy temperatures in the 40s and 50s will wash all the ice away. I'm still watching old people climb over mountain peaks with their walking canes to get into the bank and to like the drugstore to get their medicine.
All right, let's do shout outs before we go to break. Let's see here. All right, so hold on. Let's do shout outs here. So Mike Asbill will be back. Marvel fan in the house. Let's see. CJ, what's going on, buddy? Barlord, how you doing? Let's see. Space Case, what's happening, buddy? Jeff Gill, welcome back, bud. Let's see. Canadian, what's happening, buddy? Johnny Brown, welcome, bud. Let's see, who did I miss? I missed somebody. Goo, what's happening, man? Let's see. I think I got everyone. Unknown in the house. Ed Weird, what's going on, buddy?
It's so weird with
Garlord.
no football talk.
What's that?
It's so weird.
Yeah, I
with no-
know. Season's over. Baseball talk will start soon. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, pitchers and catchers reported
Yeah, I
last
know.
week, so you know.
And we got the World Baseball Classic, everybody. So there's that too.
Steve, what's happening? Vendetta,
Well, it's the Olympics. Like they need their time to shine, right? I mean,
the run of
there's a
course,
lot of really
freezing
cool
in 50
story things
degrees,
going on.
50-degree weather.
I've been watching some luge, man. I love watching luge, man.
I'll tell you, watching
John
people
Coe, what's
watching
happening,
people
man?
shoot down like an ice tube on like a sliver of fiberglass.
I don't
They
even
go
need,
so
Shoot
fast
off to
too.
I don't even need Peacock.
That's like
NBC
John
has
Wick.
24/7 coverage.
That's like John Wick level dangerous.
It's like always on, so I don't even need Peacock.
Yeah, the only thing I like about my Peacock is I can be like, I want to watch the luge. I don't have to be like, wait, where's it at? Oh, it's on Sci-Fi at 3 a.m.
Yeah, like one of the things I really love watching in Summer Olympics is I love judo. I love watching judo. I just think it's, I try to see as much of it as I can.
right.
I used to see it at like the Global Judo Federation website. You're watching it on a screen this big, it's not like a well-resourced site or whatever. A couple of years ago, Peacock essentially had boxing, judo, wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling, freestyle wrestling, Greco-Roman, and like a couple other things in like one tab. And I love that because that's, a lot of the stuff like track, whatever. I'm impressed by the athleticism, but I'm not watching
Right.
it. But stuff where,
Yeah, I'm not. Believe it or not, I watched the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game last night. Was it last night? Yeah, it was. That actually was not bad. You called the store about an order. John, which store are you talking about?
Store? You mean Robbie's store? Robbie, call
Yeah,
him back
John
live.
Coe. Let us know what you mean.
Maybe
Did you
that's
call
not
Robbie's store? Did you call Dynamite? I'm not sure what you mean there, bud.
Maybe he's talking about Papa John's. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Skywalker, yeah, I love Psych. That's like one of my favorite shows.
So, John,
I've watched that a bunch of times. I love Psych. I love the movies. Unfortunately, the actor has said that they're probably not going to do anymore. Psych is just one of those things. It's like a buddy show. It's kind of funny. They're solving crimes. That's one of those shows I tell people, maybe you didn't watch it when it was on. If you didn't, it's a shame. It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock. It's on, I think Amazon Prime has it.
So, John,
cool show.
Oh, John. Okay. So, John, do me a favor. Jay, is my email still somewhere or is submission form? But email is usually going to be better.
No, I spammed your email so much they suspended it.
No, I have it blocked now. I talked to IT. They block you now. John, Jay, if you could post it, if you would. So John has it. So John Coe, send me an email. Whatever issues you're having, we'll be able to resolve right away. Okay?
Or issues he's not having because you haven't sent them yet.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right, John. And Jay, you there? Hey, Preston. Okay, that submission form, you can go ahead, John. If you want to hit submission form, ask for my email. All right. Or tell me whatever problem you have in the submission form as well. All right. And I promise you, if you send me the email tonight at some point, I will respond to you tomorrow when I get in. And if it's about an order, if you can include the order number, that would help me research whatever problem you're having, buddy.
Isn't it rexrant@rage.com?
No, that's the EXP. All right. No problem, John. We'll take care of it. All right. So, oh, geez, we blew back past the first break. All right.
I guess we should go to a break.
We're going to go to the first break, and we'll be right
in
back.
a couple minutes, everybody.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on this
And
shadow.
sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
All right, we're back. All right, so Robbie, what is the movie tonight? I think I know.
We are in week 3, kicking it off of Sci-Fi Fest 2026 with what I consider one of the greatest UFO alien movies of all time. Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1977. The movie was a hit, but it did kind of get overshadowed by this other smaller film that came out the same year called Star Wars. But I would argue that Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I mean, we can argue whatever, man. Who likes what better? They're different types of film, but Close Encounters of the Third Kind, this is like my kind of sci-fi. It's about wonder. It's about curiosity. It's about so many things, so rich. And instead, what I love about this movie, probably for the first time, the aliens aren't some kind of terrible, terrifying, scary monster here to invade the Earth. It's got this like hopeful message of like
That's true.
wonder and communication and all kinds of stuff. I love the film, dude. I think it's magic.
A couple movies that tried that. I remember Starman. Starman tried to be, like where, there was that vibe, but I just don't think it caught on. It was just too easy. Once something like Aliens came, and I guess that's maybe 86. And then we had Predator. We had a bunch of other movies, and all the money was in aliens as monsters or invaders. Remember V on TV?
Oh, yeah.
The original V. I know they redid it again, but essentially it's like, oh, they're kindly. Oh, they're this. No, they're snakes, and they're eating people.
Dwayne Zapane, what's up, bud? And Kenneth, what's going on, man?
I'm very excited to talk about it, dude. It's such a great movie, and who doesn't, when you watch this movie for the next 2 weeks, does not everybody have bum 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 stuck in their head, man? Come.
You have a keyboard handy.
Enemy Mine. That was a great movie.
Robbie,
what's that?
I'm going to assume you have a pop culture philosopher keyboard. You can play those 5 notes on.
It's in the other room, but it's not here. But yeah, I know those 5 notes.
So Enemy Mine was a great movie. Kind of was
Enemy
under
Mine
the
was
radar.
again a little bit of something different.
Lou Gossett Jr.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid.
They tried. They absolutely tried to not make, but then unfortunately movies like Invaders from Mars or Mars Attacks comes out, and they're making way more money than like the thought-provoking sort of, like a perfect example. You had Robbie watched this movie, I think, last month, and it was The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Right.
The Day the Earth Stood Still is this great story. I'm talking about the original one. It's this great story about meeting an alien teaches us more about us than it does about him. Right?
Yeah.
That's sort of
I love that film, dude. That's what we kicked off Sci-Fi Fest with, and it's such a powerful film, impactful even today. And when you mentioned Starman, I love Starman. I think one of John Carpenter's most overlooked cinematic classics, right?
Carpenter became the horror master, which was,
a lot of Day Still is in Starman, right? Like if instead of bonding with the kid in Day the Earth Stood Still, he like developed the relationship with a woman, that's Starman, dude. That's Starman right there.
So I woke up at 3:30 in the morning this morning. I don't know why. I just couldn't go back to sleep
Because
right
we're old.
away.
That's why we get up.
Yeah,
so
probably.
we don't have much time.
Then you looked outside
Probably.
your window, you saw a crazy orange light in the sky, and you got
Oh,
a
that'd be
sunburn
great.
over
He
half
started
your face.
messing with his mashed
No.
potatoes.
But I did watch Ender's Game, which turned out to be better than I remember. It wasn't bad.
Harrison Ford is like the admiral or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I never watched that one, and I've never read the. It's like a novel series,
And not
right?
I've tried
It
to
wasn't
read
bad.
Orson Scott Card a few times, and I mean, I respect that he's done a lot of work. He's got like a pretty significant body of work. I've tried to get into a couple Orson Scott Card things, and for whatever reason, it's just not. You know, he did a thing.
It was better than I remember.
But you know, like I said, maybe I'll have to watch it again. I just remember it's like they're using kids.
Yes.
Because kids are sort of better than adults at fighting or whatever. Something about it, I just like.
It was better than I remember. So I did watch that. Trying to think what else did I watch over the weekend. But Predator Badlands really kind of stood out for me.
Yeah, I would tell
It was-
anyone if
it
they
was
didn't check
really
it out
good.
in the theater. I mean, yeah, I saw it a whole bunch of times in the theater, but if you didn't check it out in the theater, you absolutely should check it out. I think it's on Disney, or maybe it's the Hulu
Disney,
part of
no.
Disney. I don't.
Maybe they cross each one.
Oh, there's.
I
Yeah,
found that
if you have
Disney
one, I
and
guess you
Hulu,
have everything.
There's just a handful of shows you can't get on one or the other, but they usually the big ones.
Oh, somebody
cross
told me
over.
you don't get like the Marvel stuff on Hulu, right? Like Wonder Man wasn't on Hulu. You had to have Disney for it.
I have not watched that.
I hear Wonder Man's really good. I haven't watched it, John. I know you probably have seen it. Is it good?
What, Wonder Man?
Yeah.
I heard
Oh.
it's kind of like a sitcom.
I'll tell you
kind of
this:
scenario.
Wonder Man as a superhero movie is average, or series is average. Wonder Man as a TV series is excellent. They do amazing storytelling. The fact that Simon Williams has superpowers is only incidental to the process. They check a lot of boxes for Hollywood community, actors, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, one of the things that's a classic trope in Hollywood and has been probably since the beginning is what they used to call the buddy movie, right? And somehow you wind up with Simon Williams and Trevor Slattery
Right.
inadvertently becoming the two guys in
Kind
the
of
buddy
like
movie.
lethal weapon, right?
Yeah, you
If
just
that's
don't
kind of-
expect, you don't expect to see that kind of stuff, but it's just kind of, it works. And like I said, when I read the premise, I think everybody knows by now what kind of Marvel movies, what kind of superhero content I want to see.
Right.
Less talky, more powers. Like don't bother me. I can get the other stuff elsewhere. But in this case, the powers were sort of minimal. In a lot of ways, they're a burden to Simon Williams. If you watch the show, he'd almost rather not have superpowers. The guy is literally trying to make his way in Hollywood as an actor.
So my buddy said that was a problem. He didn't enjoy it because it was that kind of buddy movie,
In all fairness, though, they
type
told
of
people
scenario.
that. They told people that from the beginning, which is to a certain extent why Disney dialed down the hype. People are like, oh, Disney buried it. They forgot about it. No, they didn't bury it. There just wasn't a lot of there's not a lot to clip there. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of interpersonal stuff.
Corey, what's up?
There's
Preston,
not-
what's
you
going
know,
on, buddy?
You're not going to get the scene of like Thor hovering overhead, lightning in the background.
Right.
He drops the hammer and 100 people in the scene drop dead. That's not this movie.
So everyone, I canceled everything except for Netflix, Amazon Prime. So if there's anything that you got, well, HBO Max already gone. So don't make any suggestions with
They're
HBO Max.
bombarding you with John Wick is on HBO Max. Watch it all.
But you know what's funny? The free Roku channels, a lot of those movies are on that. But you got to put up with the commercials. But guess what? I do that anyway with HBO Max and Netflix. And
yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
They actually summed up Wonder Man. Trevor Slattery in Iron Man 3 is a character that I'm the Mandarin. No, you're not, dude. But I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but that scene of, where eventually Tony Stark catches him and he's like, my name is Trevor Slattery. I'm an actor. And all of a sudden, like the menace of the Mandarin is like, dude, this guy is a shill. This is terrible. Right? At the end of Wonder Man, they sort of bring that whole thing back. There's like a nice redemption arc for Trevor, the character of Trevor Slattery. It's really, really cool. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but that kind of secondary storyline with Trevor Slattery makes the whole show worth it for me. I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy who plays, I always butcher his name, so I'm not going to say it again. Yahya Mateen, something.
Yahya Abdul Mateen, the second.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He played Dr. Manhattan in.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he's in Candyman, and his Candyman performance is pretty good.
His Candyman performance. I got to tell you right now, at the beginning of Watchmen, the HBO series, I was not happy because I felt like I was baited and switched. As that show progressed on, I really enjoyed it, and I realized that I was sort of like.
Good. He's so good in everything, dude. He's even good. Like, I think he's the best part of the Aquaman movies. Like, I think his Black Manta is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, I don't know what he's going to do next. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I would like to see, I don't know if they could do a second season of Wonder Man. Maybe I'd like to see Wonder Man in something else. One of the things I think would be a great Marvel series, like, Disney Plus series, not like a movie, is if they did maybe 6 episodes of West Coast Avengers. And they sort of did it almost tongue-in-cheek, ironically, right? Like, you're not really the Avengers, are you? No.
It's Jeremy Renner and Oscar Isaac and Kelsey Grammer as the Beast and Simon Williams, right? And
this is what I'm talking about.
We can even bring back Adrian Palicki as Mockingbird, right?
As Mockingbird. There's some there. That could absolutely...
Let's bring in some Tigress, man, or Tigra, and I think it could be a hit, bro. Seriously.
So I want to answer Preston's question. So Preston, I know, right? So this is the second time we've done this.
Do we have any comic books tonight?
Well, we do, but it's not like this was planned.
Go to Robbie's
store. We're trying to find a different format. So the Monster the Rack was an idea Kyle had. So talking a little bit more, about whatever, just kind of a variety type of format, just talking about stuff because we are trying to grow the viewership on the XP and on the show as well. So, whether this works or not, but just me reading off a list of books repeatedly doesn't help. Although, we do still need to make the sales. Believe me, I get pressure for that as well. But just trying to find something a little bit more interesting. Last week we had a great viewership, so maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. You guys tell me.
Doesn't Jeff sell the stuff? Why do we have to do it? Isn't that what he's out there for?
I know this is not your first day with the company, so okay. So hot dogs anymore? Why don't we?
The hot dogs were put on the back burner for the holidays because Happy Culinary is a small operation. I love working with them.
Plus hot dog season, man. That's like late spring, summer.
Right? I know. The truth of the matter is they probably sold about 1,000 wings on Super Bowl weekend. So I understand why all hands were on
deck. It was -10 last weekend,
yeah,
guys.
I totally get it. The hot dogs will be back, or they're planned to be back.
Because I never got mine. I'm just saying.
I agree with you. Hot dogs are all year round for me. But I understand. And the truth of the matter is, and I don't say this in any kind of disrespectful way, after the success of the first batch that went out, there have been other manufacturers that approached me. I would prefer to stick with Haddon Culinary for as long as they want to do this. If they decide they don't want to do this anymore, then I'll probably take some meetings elsewhere.
Barlord, there are so many hot dog places around us that have opened up. There's
farm dogs. Now, I eat hot dogs year round as well. And in fact, if I lived up in y'all's area, I would eat hot dogs daily, probably, bro. I actually signed up for an Instagram page. I subscribed up to a channel called New York Hot Dogs, bro. So at least like 10 minutes every day, I'm just looking at pictures of like hot dogs from the Northeast. And I'm just
I do too. So,
and I know Chicago hates that. Chicago feels overlooked in terms of both pizza and hot dogs.
Yeah, that's their problem.
I will say this. I've been to Chicago several times. I've eaten a lot of their hot dogs. They're delicious. I've eaten deep dish pizza. It's delicious. I just don't think of it as pizza.
I just saw
It's
a
like
clip.
a zombie
quiche.
cake.
I just
It's
saw
like
a clip
a
not too
quiche.
long ago. Just
Pizza
like
quiche.
I saw a clip like a couple days ago from Anthony Bourdain, and he was talking about like what you would eat in New York, and like one of the things he talks about is hot dogs, and he goes, if you go to New York, it's a must to have a hot dog, especially if it's like a Dirty Water hot dog
Yep.
or some iconic place or something like that. And he's like, I would say I think the best hot dogs are in Chicago, but New York has the most iconic. Right? He's like,
So
you
let me
got to
say
have
this.
this. It's so much the experience.
Well,
up
I'll
there.
tell you one
Chicago
thing. Too.
dogs
Chicago
give me
pizza-
heartburn, by the way. It's the relish and the tomatoes and those little sport peppers, dude, and the celery salt, dude. Oh, I can't do it. I could eat.
So let me say
I could
this.
eat
The
3
first time-
chili dogs though, and I'm fine. It's weird. It's weird.
The first time I had a deep Chicago deep dish pizza was I was in Chicago for a convention, and it was Giordano's, or what's the name of that place?
Giordano's is one of them.
Right. So we went there, and we waited in a huge line because the convention trade show. So we were sitting at the bar for felt like an hour. I got mad and didn't realize that we were an hour behind. And I didn't adjust my watch, so I yelled at the hostess for nothing. So finally got seated.
If there's any
And-
city that I will forget to change the time, it's that time zone where
Chicago.
it's just an hour. Like if I fly to California, I know it's, or whatever. For some reason, if I go to Chicago or Indianapolis or something and it's just an hour,
So
I'm late the whole
So
first
there's
day.
like 8 of us, 9 of us, Northeast boys, and we knew what we were in for. We knew what a deep dish Chicago pizza was, but for some reason we forgot. So we started ordering pies like we would normally order pies.
Every Northeasterner makes that
They
mistake.
freaking
Boston,
come
New
out.
York,
Everybody's like,
I am
we're all
not
gonna need
kidding you.
we're all gonna need 1 pie each, right?
it's
I
gonna-
mean,
it
when
takes
they put
30
it out,
minutes to
because
cook.
I know what it looks like, I know what the pictures are, but when it came out, the damn thing was a quiche, right? So
the Chicago
each one of us
pizza is
had-
good. Chicago pizza
We
is
had-
good. And I know people like to argue about it or whatever, but like, what's the line, dude? Like Italian authentic pizza is not like New York pizza,
No.
which is not like Chicago pizza, which is not like California
no,
pizza.
it was
like,
excellent. But here's the thing.
Well, Italian American food and Italian food diverge.
Yes, of
Because
course
if you
it
go to Italy on vacation, you see the menu. I'm telling you right now, there's no chicken parm. They're not melting
Yes.
mozzarella cheese.
That's
Mozzarella is the last cheese they
and
will
apparently
put on
they
protein.
do not dip calamari in marinara sauce.
Oh yeah,
That's like a no-no.
the Italian style for calamari is lemon served with the dish, and usually some peppers, some pickled peppers,
Right.
tossed all
what? But
together.
dude, the Alabama styles, we dip that stuff in ranch dressing.
See, this is why I know a lot of European culinary people. There's a reason why the opinion of American food still tends to be not that great.
Right. So listen. So we ordered like 4 pies between 9 of us, right? And asked her to leave the menu. And between us, except for the one guy who can eat, most of us had 2 slices, period. There's no way we could have a third.
And then everybody was constipated for 3 days, man. That's
Yeah, that's like 4 pounds of cheese you ate.
We
It's like-
took it to go. We went to the hotel, back to the hotel, and in the lobby were other people for the trade show, and we were just handing out pizzas. Because what were we going to do with it? We were staying in a hotel. There's not like a fridge we could put it in.
About 10 years ago, I was in Chicago for a food show. And Food Network was filming a thing at Lou Malnati's. And we got to meet Mark Malnati. I had like a vendor pass, so I was able to go to some more places than the average tourist. Got to meet Mark Malnati, super nice guy. He always has this little speech he does where he warns people from other parts of the country. Like if you're from the West Coast, he's like, you people eat your pizza on a Triscuit. Let me tell you right now, one of your pies is one of our slices. So, find a buddy and share a slice.
Right.
Yeah,
then
and
he'll
you ain't
tell
getting guacamole on this pizza.
Yep,
You know?
and then he'll tell the Northeastern people, you don't fold this pizza. You don't walk down the street to disco music holding a slice here. This is a meal. You use a knife and fork. You sit with a plate because it's real food. It's not snack food. It's not something you eat on the boardwalk or whatever. And he catches some hate for it, but he's 100% right. Also, I've tried Gino's East. I tried Giordano's. I tried one other place. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was independently owned. And I tried Lou Malnati's. For me personally, Lou Malnati's is my favorite if I'm going to have deep dish pizza. Right. I understand, just like anything else, it's up for debate out there.
So what I haven't tried and I'd like to is Detroit style pizza, which apparently is a little bit different.
There's a friend of ours.
Dude, that's one of my favorites. That Detroit style pizza is one of my favorites. I love Detroit style pizza, man. I don't know what it is. I love that crispy edge, the sauce on the top. There's something about it, dude. I love it.
Sorry, Jay. Yes, next break will be top of the hour. Sorry about that.
Polizzi's Brick Oven in Sewell.
I ain't trying to always Sewell.
Where else? There's nowhere else doing authentic Detroit pizza.
I'm not retired. Sewell's like Sicklerville, dude.
Yeah, that's like 25 minutes.
Not in traffic.
All I'm going to say is if you want...
But I will keep that in mind.
If you want real authentic Detroit style pizza, you want Polizzi's. If you want people doing some sort of like, half-ass version of Sicilian and calling it Detroit, there's a ton of people doing that. I'm telling you right now. That's not good. Even the bakery.
Some people just make a deep dish pizza and call it Detroit. You know what I'm saying? This is Detroit style.
There's a place in Atlantic City that's calling it like Windy City Pizza or something.
What I will not have is the Pittsburgh style. You heard about that, right?
What's the Pittsburgh style?
So apparently they don't even melt the cheese. It just gets slapped on top or something.
There are a few places.
We've talked about this before where they just put raw cheese on top of
There's
it.
There's a few places in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania and Northeastern Pennsylvania. They think it's great to put cold cheese on pizza. Both of those people have been removed from my various chat groups because I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's the only one I won't try. So CJ
I would try it. That might be good, man. That might be good. Let me tell you something. As much as we talk about pizzas, I'm from Alabama. I can't afford to be a pizza snob. You guys live up in the Jersey area. Y'all can be pizza snobs, right?
Yeah, we're between New York.
Well, let me tell you something. Here's one of the goats of pizzas. One of the goats of pizzas is the old school Pizza Hut taco pizza, man. They don't make them like they used to anymore, dude. They had the refried beans, man. Now that had cold cheese on it. It was good, man.
I actually took a Pizza Hut recipe that they kind of donated to America's Test Kitchen. And I made a Pizza Hut style pizza in a cast iron pan. And it was fine. It was,
So let me be honest.
To the bottom, but
I think it was last weekend. No, not the last one, but the one before that. I'm not gonna lie. I did order a Domino's pizza. Here's why. They were selling. No, wait. Here's why.
Cut the feed.
No, here's why.
Bro, not even I would do that, man.
Damn it! It's my show. You're gonna listen. All right. So they had a sale for a large 2-topping pizza for $6.99 if you pick it. That's cheaper than buying a frozen one at the supermarket.
Brother, they always have that deal, man. Have you never ordered Domino's before?
No. You're thinking of the 2 mediums for $6.99 each. I won't do that because that's $13 minimum. They had a large, 2-topping pizza for $6.99.
Bro, I swear they always down here they always have that deal. Like 1 large carry out, 2 toppings, $6.99. They always have that deal. At least down here. Maybe they don't have it up there because they know nobody's going to use it because y'all live close to like really good pizza.
No, because I bought a frozen pizza, a Red Baron frozen pizza. That thing was $7 at the supermarket just to have it like
last week.
Emergency, you know what I mean?
You know what? Once again, I like to stand up for frozen pizza. It's not the greatest. It's not like the best pizza I've ever had. But man, I had a Kroger. Kroger has a brand called Private Selection, and I had a mushroom and truffle pizza frozen. Me and my girl thought that it was like the best frozen pizza we've ever had, dude. It was so good. If you got a Kroger.
Tell me you're from Alabama without telling me you're from Alabama.
Probably my favorite thing to do with frozen pizza.
We dipped it in ranch too, man. It was so good.
You know what, though? See, there are parts of the country where I'm fine with that. Just like I'm sure if I made something here that I call grits, there would be some lady from Alabama winding up with her pan to smack me because I'm putting stuff in grits. My grits are probably closer to polenta. So she's looking at me making grits, just shaking her head. and waiting to take a swing with the pan. And I get it.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust shrimp and grits up in New Jersey, for instance. I just wouldn't.
You would be 100%.
I wouldn't either.
I'll tell you right now, I can give you the name of one place in Central Jersey that the owners are from New Orleans. And it's like a New Orleans style bistro place. That's the only place I would probably
There is a Cajun place in Medford.
There is a Cajun place in Medford, but
so let me say this. This is the reason I bought frozen pizzas and stocked my freezer with it. It's been getting so cold here that there are weekends I don't even want to go out. My daughter invited me to go to her house for the Super Bowl.
I agree with you. Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, hon, I would love to. Thank you for the invite. I would love to hang out with you.
See,
but
yeah,
there's no way I'm leaving the house.
I love mushrooms.
It's just too damn cold. Okay. You know, and she says, well, it's kind of ice over. I guess there's something about their
someone asked me once what to do with frozen pizza on my show. And it was a challenge. So one of the pop-ups I did was at a bar outside of Philadelphia. And we got a bunch of frozen pizzas from a place called Tree Tavern, which is supposedly like one of the first frozen pizza places in the country. I don't know if that's true or not, man. They're just making them in New York or something. I don't know. But what I would do with them was I would cook them. And you've got like this round pizza. They're about 12 inches or whatever. You take it, you let it cool a little bit. You layer in salami, provolone, capicola, and pepperoncini. You fold it and close, so now you have a semicircle shape. And you can throw it on a plancha. You can throw it on a grill or a griddle.
I don't know half the words he's saying. What the heck is a plancha?
A plancha is like flat top.
I had no idea until now. I was this many days old. Okay, if I knew what a plancha was.
They're sort of, and you can take frozen pizza, and if you don't have the freshest of rolls, you're trying to make sandwiches, and you don't have the freshest of rolls, bakery's closed on Monday. Oh no. I would tell people,
I've never run into that problem. Not once.
I would say go into a store, get the best quality frozen pizza you can, cook to instructions, take it off, let it cool, and then the second process begins. You can sort of, I'll tell you a thing I did with it last year. I made frozen pizza muffaletta with it. I got the olive tapenade spread. I did the stuff, closed it, brushed it with garlic oil, and rebaked it.
So I'm buying frozen pizza that's on sale. Keep it in my freezer just in case. Now, sometimes
this dude's got a freezer full of Red Baron, man.
Thank you, Jonto. So sometimes if I really want it crispy, I won't put it on a baking sheet.
Thank you,
put
Preston.
it right on the oven.
To go to another break.
What?
Preston said we have to go to another break at 7:00.
It is. Okay.
He's just ready for us to get back to
break.
books.
Before we go to break, Jay's probably snoring now in this chair.
No, right. Jay's probably ordering a Domino's pizza.
He's going. He's actually calling his wife, being like, "Yo, get to Kroger and get a frozen pizza."
Jenny gets your. Why are there these texts?
So before we go to break, the giveaway of the night. All right, here we go. Is Gargoyles #1 signed by Greg Weisman?
Don't give that away. You can sell that for money. That's a good thing.
I'm trying to increase.
They just announced Greg Weisman at MegaCon this year. Today, they just announced that today. So yeah, very excited. Lots of Dynamite creators are going to be at MegaCon, so everybody should hang out.
So,
when is MegaCon? April?
March.
Sometime.
It's like a month away.
All right, so we're going to go to our second break. As soon as we get back, we will get some comics.
No, we won't.
Maybe not. And
we'll be back with content, as the kids.
Guess what? One influencer said was #1 on hot dogs that you buy at a fast food or convenience store. That answer when we get back.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form. According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
We're back. So, Ryan, what's going on? So, Marvel fan, what's for dinner tonight? That's what John and I are talking about right now.
That's what
we
we're
don't
talking
know.
about right now. I was giving Rex some.
So, turns out that the number one convenience store fast food hot dog is 7-Eleven.
Yeah, they move a lot of. Well, for a long time, one of the reasons South Jersey did not have great independent hot dog places is because every 7-Eleven has hot dogs and every Wawa has hot dogs.
The Wawa hot dogs, I'm not a big fan.
Wawa hot dogs were great back in the day.
Does this include fast food restaurants? Is that what you said, Rex?
Yes.
So, like,
Correct.
even out of like
Sonic?
Like a
Sonic.
Five Guys? Even out of Five Guys or
They
Sonic?
said Sonic.
7-Eleven over that.
Yes, correct.
I don't have any
guess
7-Elevens down here, man.
They're always open, right? So I guess they're making it up in volume. Like
I've never had a 7-Eleven taco. I've never had a 7-Eleven hot dog. We don't have any 7-Elevens here, man. Are they actually good?
They are. They're actually. I went.
They're
after I
better
heard
at
that.
2 in than they are at 2 in the afternoon. I'll put it that
They are good. They're
Well, at
good.
2 in the morning, a Crystal Chili Cheese Pup is the best hot dog I can find.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. I think it's always about expectations, right? And I'm not saying this because I have a brand of hot dogs. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that hot dogs are one of those things where, unless you're a kid, hot dogs are nobody's first choice for a meal. Unless it's game day, unless it's a barbecue. Nobody's serving hot dogs for dinner, right? Hot dogs are sort of like that second tier option. Even in like New York City, Gray's Papaya. Nobody's going to Gray's Papaya, which is like the holy land of New York City hot dogs. Nobody's going there for dinner. People are going there for
I miss it so much, John. I miss Gray's Papaya so much, man. I'll
tell you, there's a place when you're in New York City, one train ride away and a few stops, there's a place in North Jersey called Rutt's Hut. And it's just a bar. It's nothing special. Except they decided they weren't going to carry a ton of food. They have a few things. They decided they were going to make, and this is like 60 years ago, they decided they were going to make hot dogs into an art form. They started dropping them in deep fryers. They called them rippers. It's a whole thing. That place is essentially, I can't remember his name. The guy rolled for a while with Anthony Bourdain. Now he sort of does his own thing a little bit. I feel bad. I can't remember his name. He went to Rutt's Hut, and he said, I really wish I'd have brought Anthony here. because this is the best hot dog I've ever had.
Nice.
I mean, I think they
next
should
time
just
I'm up in the Northeast, I'm going to try to plan to stay there longer, to do more stuff and hang out with you guys. And John, me and you, we're going to hang out together. You're going to show me the best beer, best hot dogs.
You
Come
can
on,
do
man.
that.
That
You can definitely do that.
That's something I'm actually
And
qualified
major
for.
shout out to CJ. Somebody was talking about Oklahoma. The Oklahoma onion burger. I've never had one prepared for me, but I learned how to make them when I was in my burger craze a couple of years ago. That's my favorite burger, dude. The
Yeah, did you
Oklahoma
post a
onion
picture
burger.
of the Oklahoma of an onion burger, a smash burger?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I remember that because there was Robbie jumped into like his burger era, and then the next thing you know, like yeah, sure, you kind of got what was up on PCP this week.
Oh, that's the other thing I have.
A buddy of mine bought me a griddle. That's what really happened, right? So
once you get
you
a
had
griddle,
to put something on it, right?
Once you get a griddle, you can do hot dogs in a pan, hamburgers in a pan, and there's nothing wrong with that. Once you get a griddle, you can really go to the next level with smash burgers and onion burgers. And I think New Mexico has something called, it's not a jalapeno burger. It's the name of a pepper there, like a hatch chili burger. And it's the idea of an Oklahoma onion burger, but with their hatch chilies. And this thing, when they flip it, is just encrusted with roasted hatch chilies, which unfortunately we don't get a lot of in this part of the country.
Bro, I developed my own burger called the Bill's Burger, and it's basically a modified Oklahoma burger, but with serrano peppers and onion.
Nice.
And then I do like a horseradish mayo type kind of sauce. Yeah, dude, so good, so good.
Yeah, John, then you know what I'm talking about. John in the chat just said Russ Hut is right by him. Then he knows what he's talking about. They have like a yellow relish that people drive hours to go and get on a hot dog.
Marvel fan, the Buc-ee's, their pulled pork sandwich is awesome. I love my visit there. I've only been there one time. My daughter was so mad she did not want to stop.
I've talked a lot of smack about Buc-ee's right here and on my own show and just in my personal life. I finally had something at Buc-ee's I really, really like. Those potato chips and their chicken tenders are so freaking good, man. Like, they're so good. I love them.
So those of you who are from the Northeast or were originally, so good news. You've heard me talk about it before.
Alberto was eating at Disney tonight. Is that what they said? Oh,
yeah, apparently. Sheetz has broken into Wawa territory. You hear about this? Montgomery County?
Yeah, it's not very
They doing a gobbler? What are they doing?
They could put a Sheetz right into Mount Laurel.
You are dead to me.
I'm sorry. World Farms jumped into Mount Laurel, and what happened? Nobody cares.
I ate their chicken for a little bit. Sheetz different, very different. Sheetz has a ham salad sandwich, which my daughter. I used to take my team to a tournament near Penn State, just so I could be near Sheetz.
Do you know where you can get if you really want ham salad? You know where you can get it?
Where?
Right in Medford at the Dutch Wagon. The Amish have it. I've been getting it there for years and years. You should
not as cheap as Sheetz, I'll bet.
I think it's about $5.
Actually, you know what? I should go there. But the problem is, I'm using. Well, this will kill you. This will kill you. The facility, the indoor facility for softball, we're right across the street. You can see the Dutch Wagon.
A lot of these things we talk about too. I used to say this on my radio show.
I'm always there on Sundays.
Food is situation. How hungry are you, and where are you?
But here's the thing: I'm always there on Sundays. That's when my team practices indoors. So they're closed on Sundays because they're Amish.
And yes, Jay, you're right. Kyle loves Sheetz. And I've been to Sheetz several times out on the Pennsylvania Turnpike heading out that way. I don't think it's terrible. I'm not like one of these Delco people with a Wawa tattoo that hates Sheetz.
It's not better than it's the same as Wawa. Okay. Corey, you're dead to me too now.
Oh no, take it right out of the chat. Can't you just click on that and take him out of the chat?
No, only Jay has that power. And Jay won't do it. So Wawa food is passable.
Oh, okay. Jay will take someone out of the chat. Watch someone badmouth Superman, and they will be out of the chat, like blocked.
But Sheetz is
Smallville
also passable.
Smallville sucks.
Different.
Oh no, Robbie's getting ready to go dark, man. It's just us for the next hour.
But
I knew it.
Robbie's gone.
But let me say this: Sheetz is different. Okay, that's
Sheetz
why I want a Sheetz.
Food. For me, any fast food, any convenience store.
They had
number
tacos.
One thing for me personally, is coffee.
They had tacos.
And I've had Sheetz coffee, and I've had Royal Farms coffee, I've had Quick Check coffee, and I've had 7-Eleven coffee. I guarantee you, nobody at Wawa loses an iota of sleep over coffee sets. None of those places come close to freshly made Wawa coffee at 6 in the morning. Nobody comes close.
See, I'm not a coffee
Whether
snob.
it's Cuban roast or dark roast or the Colombian.
They don't have the dark roast anymore.
Well, that's because Cuban was too close to Cuban. Once they introduced the Cuban roast,
I like dark roast. I'm not a coffee snob per se, so I don't really care. You know, the bottom of my line is concession stand coffee at a softball tournament where they're using this crappy Keurig machine and they're trying to fill 2 cups with one of those Keurig cups.
I am not a big fan with the places that are using the pods and stuff like that. And too many of these fast food chains now. Wawa hasn't done it yet. If Wawa does do it, I'm done buying coffee there. It's essentially a much bigger version of a Keurig.
Unfortunately, I have a Keurig machine at home. All right, let's get to some books because that's part of my job.
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, by the way, buy comics. Thanks, everybody.
So let me know if this format works for you. All right, so
everyone's getting fatter, so I'm going to guess no.
I'm so hungry right now. It's not even funny. All right, Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, $40 retail for $5, as always. DF mystery box, 2 CGC 9.8s, or 2 metal covers, or 1 of each. Go. Very funny.
We'll get back to you, man.
That's up to you. 1 of each, or 2 CGCs.
It's what you take away from the show. It could be about comics.
1 version, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we've got it for $85. All right, the sketch.
I'd like to see more people jump into this, man, because I've seen some of these mystery boxes, and you know what I mean. Trust me when I tell you this. I don't care if it's not like I get any money
best deal
from
we've
this.
ever had.
Some of you guys should seriously be looking into this.
For the last
really
2 weeks, I had it at $70.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a
This is
new
why
artist
my friend Nick has to eat a Chick-fil-A.
for the sketch covers. Somebody else that Mariano found. And all right,
Pretty
so
good
we'll get to that.
luck.
All right. So first up, we got Civil War 2, number 1 with Nick Fury, cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
This kind of has some Kirby energy to it.
It should. Did you get an email, Preston? It should be on the way. I hope.
Little Kirby, little Ranko. Yeah, with the jetpack. Great stuff.
Yeah,
Jay,
by the way,
Jay, real quick, I just sent you on Facebook a picture of a burger I made. Just so you know, for later.
In our third hour, when we're talking.
So, Preston, if it's not on the way to you, it should be soon. So, all right, I'll check for you tomorrow, Preston. And if you could send me an email, that'd be great.
Hey, if a few people in the chat want to come out and cook, I can probably borrow a friend's restaurant on the day we're closed, and we could do the better experience, like the culinary experience, not the comic.
We talked about that. So here's the thing. So everyone knows if things are a little bit slow, I apologize getting them out the door. Our warehouse staff has been over in our other warehouse because they have been filling blind bags for Lunar. And unfortunately, the blind bags are super labor intensive for us.
Yeah,
because you have to put comics in an additional bag. And when Lunar orders, it's like tons of them. So they have been, I have not seen my warehouse staff in this building for a week and a half. And I don't expect to see them for another week. So quite honestly, I was entering DF orders. Okay. It's because we're so shorthanded. So if you're waiting for something,
so shorthanded, you have to do actual work. I'd be out of here in a flash.
Thank you, retired guy.
I thought you were here just to get your name on the comic.
If a retired guy was a superhero, John be it. All right. So I apologize if anything you've ordered you have not gotten an email yet. I will do a kind of check tomorrow. Make sure that everything's out the door. All right. So Preston, send me an email, buddy, if you could.
CJ mentioned peri peri chicken. I'm very, very late to the peri peri chicken.
I've heard the term, but what is it?
Peri peri is like a sauce. A buddy of mine picked up a bottle of peri peri sauce, like a hot sauce, at like Trader Joe's and brought it to me this summer. And I made my first peri peri chicken cheesesteak. And I got to tell you, of all the kind of hot sauce profile flavors out there, peri peri is, I would tell anyone, if you're a hot sauce fan, you have not tried peri peri sauce or tried peri peri chicken, go try it. It is absolutely delicious. I turned it into a cheesesteak, and I don't know if that's the way the peri peri people would prefer to eat it. It's the way we ate it. And I got to tell you, that sauce is 10 out of 10.
So, John Coe, I don't know when they're coming out, but you can email me and I can check. Right now, I can't check.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah, Artist Return saying peri peri's like Peruvian sriracha. Yeah,
sriracha, that is a great analogy, by the way. If anyone,
All right, so next up, we got Batman Superman #1 with Batman cover sketch by John Pleak.
Wow,
that's nice.
This looks
cool.
nice, right?
Holy cow.
Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have for $65. Then from our friend Tracy Medina, Punchline #1 with Punchline cover sketch.
I like this a lot.
MSRP of $149.99.
I don't know if it's intentional, but you know who this reminds me of?
Who?
If you go to Rachel Holland's Instagram, she did a cosplay Punchline last year.
Oh.
And if you look at the face, I very much get Rachel Holland energy from that face.
Well,
I don't know if
Tracy's
it's
not
intentional
in
on
the
her
room.
part.
But the next time Tracy's in the room, you can ask her.
She put, before I guess she shipped it to you guys, she posted like she was working on it, right? Like it was like a work in progress type thing. And the second I saw this, I thought, gee, I wonder if she's doing Rachel Holland's Punchline. Nothing was ever said, so I didn't ask. I'm not going to presume what the artist is doing. I mean, I can't draw at all, but it kind of has that vibe.
Probably, John. I probably got it. It's just this is not my personal or work computer, so this is the one for the studio. So I won't know until I get back to my computer, but I'm pretty sure I got it. All right, don't worry. All right, next up, we got Submariner Namor cover sketch collage by Dan Neilinger and Mariano Nicieza.
Oh, that's really nice. I like that.
Suggested
Did Nick
retail.
see that?
What's that?
Did Nick see this?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Nick really likes Submariner. I don't know if he wants you guys selling his stuff before he sees it.
Talk to Mariano. All right, suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
I think a sketch cover CJ needs to work on is Mariano. Never mind. I messed it up. I'll do it. I'll do it again later.
We'll do it in the reshoot, so it'll be fine. It's not like this is going out live or anything.
I was going to say you should do Namor the Sub Mariano, but whatever.
I love that one. That's a great idea.
The joke.
Is the publisher here now?
Marin, like underwater, trying to breathe, wearing a little like swimming trunk.
With that clipboard thing he has for all the art. Not clipboard, like the little thing he has for all the sketches. And
that
stuff.
actually is funnier than you realize, Robbie, because one of the big things that we have to listen to Mariano whine about during the week is
he's the art director. He's not whining. He's expressing himself.
Otherwise known as whining. I'm underwater. There's so much to do. I'm underwater. So it's actually funnier than you realize.
Oh my God.
I just messed up the delivery, man. It's what happens, man, when you don't work.
Nobody would know that except my colleagues who have to suffer through it.
In the giant octopus's tentacles is his desk with like 45,000 trading cards that he has to sort into boxes.
All right. So new artist Josephine Tamarchio. I hope I pronounced that right. Vampirella Armageddon #1 with Vampy cover sketch by Josephine.
This is nice.
This is an IB price because she is a new artist that we have working for us. So MSRP of $149.99. I have this one for $50.
I'll tell you what this Vampirella reminds me of. It reminds me of a lot of the publisher style Vampirella when Harris had the character in the 90s. And I mean that in a good way. Harris saw Vampirella in the 90s a little bit differently, like less horror, more almost like action star, whatever type thing. I just think it's I don't know if it's intentional. if it's meant to have that like little bit of throwback energy, or this is just the artist's style. It's the first time I'm seeing her, but I like this a lot. This is good.
All right, so here we go. Last chance on these. I had them on Wednesday, I think, last week. Wade Wilson, Deadpool #1, Scotty Young variant. Miguel, you got it, bud.
Miguel, that is a great pickup, man. I got to tell you that the more I look at that picture, the more I look at that cover, the more I'm really liking it. It's sort of taking me back to, like when Adam Hughes did half the covers and that sort of thing.
All right, next up, Wade Wilson, Deadpool #1, Addy Granoff variant. I have this one for $5. All right, then Wade Wilson, Deadpool #1, Clayton Crane variant. And I have this one for $5.
This very much looks like a trading card.
What's going on, Miguel?
I don't mean that in a bad way, but this very much looks like a Deadpool image from a trading card.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? All right, so now the new books of the week. Not from Dynamite.
Then they don't count.
Some people may like them.
Okay.
All right, G.I. Joe number 325. 110 ratio by Steve Beach. I have this one for 10. Then cover E, G.I. Joe 325 by Chris Mooneyham. I have this one for 5. Then we have G.I. Joe number 325, the blank cover.
Oh, see, this I like. This is clever. This is very cool.
And I have this one for 5. Then DCKO number 4, cover A by Fernandez, is the acetate cover. I've got this one for 5. Then Wonder Woman Annual #1 variant by Cohen, Fowler Jr., and Segala. I have this one for 5. Then Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1 variant by Hanning. And I have this one for 5. Then Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1 variant by Cover B by Hayden Sherman. Got this one for 5. Then Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1 by Mattia De Ulias. If I pronounce that right. I got that one for 5.
Colors on this are very cool.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? All right, then Absolute Batman #14, second print. Gerald Perel.
How many printings do they have to do per issue of this book now?
I have no idea.
I mean,
like this one for 5. Then Absolute Batman #15, second print, Gabriel Delgado. I have this one for 5.
Batman finds a symbiote.
Then DCKO #4 variant, Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer.
It's hard not to like this cover.
And I have this one for 5.
It's really hard not to like this cover.
Then DCKO variant, Raphael Albuquerque and Marcello Maiolo. And I have this one for 5. Then DCKO #4 variant, Mike Del Mundo. This one for 5.
The first Absolute Wonder Woman cover you showed.
What's going on, Becky? All right, so hold on. Let me go back. So it is the Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1 variant, Cohen, Fowler Jr., and Segala. Just want to make sure that's right. Let me know if I'm wrong, Becky.
She'll probably need to see the image again.
Yeah, can we? It is.
Is this it, Becky?
Number 16, buddy. So take a look, Becky. Let us know if that is incorrect. All right. So then Superman #423, we have the blank.
You got it right, Becky said.
All right, cool.
Cool.
All right. And then I'm going to have to give this back to Jeff, guys, if no one claims it. Dork #1, cover A. This is specking out of the
How is it
universe.
still here? People are like night
don't know.
fighting at cons for this.
I was doing some research to get the cover, see which one it was, and I see it on eBay selling anywhere from 100 to somebody have for 225.
Yeah, crazy prices for this.
So we have it for 80. So this is probably the last time I'm going to see it. Maybe Wednesday if Jeff doesn't try to grab it
Dwayne
back.
wants it.
You got it, Dwayne.
That's a good pickup, Dwayne. Even if you just flip the book, that's a good pickup.
You got it, my friend. All right. So should we do a recap? Or
We've only done 5 books. I don't think there's much to recap. We can do a pizza recap if you'd like. Oh, Mr. Indigo left wants the Superman white flag.
Easy. Got you, easy. You're good, bud. All right. All right. So real quick, before we go to the last break, giveaway is Gargoyles #1, signed by Greg Weisman. Hashtag is EXP Monday, all lowercase. Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we got it for $5. DF mystery box, 2 CGC 9.8s, 2 metal covers, or one of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed. We have for $85. Civil War 2 #1 with Nick Fury cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have it for $65. Batman Superman #1 with Batman cover sketch by John Pleak. MSRP of $149.99, and we got it for $65. Hey, Preston, we'll see you, buddy. Punchline #1 with Punchline cover sketch by Tracy Medina.
We'll have to recap our frozen pizza stuff for him when he gets back next week.
MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then Submariner Namor cover sketch collage by Dan Neilinger and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then we had the Wade Wilson Deadpool #1 Scotty Young variant. Have that for $5. Wade Wilson Deadpool #1 Addie Granoff variant. Have that for $5. Wade Wilson Deadpool #1 Clayton Crane variant. Have that for $5. Then G.I. Joe #325 1:10 ratio by Steve Beach. Have that for $10. G.I. Joe #325 cover E by Chris Mooneyham. Have that for $5. G.I. Joe #325 blank cover. Have that for $5. DCKO #4 cover A by Fernandez. The Aztec cover. Have that for $5. Then Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1 variant by Hanning. Have that for $5. Then Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1 variant cover B by Hayden Sherman. Have that for $5. Then the Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1 by Mattia Del Ulias. I have that for $5. Absolute Batman #14 second print by Gerald Perel. Have that for $5. Absolute Batman #15 second print by Gabriel Del Otto. Have that for $5. DCKO #4 variant Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. Have that for $5. DCKO #4 by Raphael Albuquerque and Marcello Maiolo. Have that for $5. And then DCKO #4 variant by Mike Del Mundo. Have that for $5. All right. That is a recap, and we will get back to Dynamite books coming out Wednesday after this last final break. We'll be right back. Hang out.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other and with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
All right, we are back. All right, here we go. So the Dynamite book's coming out on Wednesday. The Muppets Noir #1 is out. Cover A by Roger Landridge. Cover B by Declan Shalvey. Cover C is the blank. Cover D is the blind bag. Cover F is the 1:10 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white. Cover G is the 1:15 ratio Roger Landridge black and white variant. Cover H is the 1:20 ratio Declan Shalvey Virgin. Cover I is the 1:25 ratio Roger Landridge Virgin. Then also out this Wednesday is Darkwing Duck Omnibus Volume 1, Darkly Dawns, the Duck trade paperback. Have that for $59.99. Then we have Stitch #6, Cover A by Edwin Galman. Then Cover B by Jay Lee. Then we have Cover C by Ciro Cangelosi. And then Cover D by George Campbell-Dias. Then Cover E, the 1:10 ratio Jay Lee, black and white. Then we have Cover F, the 1:10 ratio George Campbell-Dias Virgin. Then we have Cover G, the 1:10 ratio Cangelosi Virgin. Then we have Cover H, the 1:15 ratio Jay Lee Virgin. Then Cover I, the Edwin Galman Virgin. Then also out this coming Wednesday, we have the Terminator Metal #5, Cover A by Declan Shalvey. Cover B by Bob Layton. Cover C by Sebastian Perez. Cover D by Reese Hannigan. Cover F, the 110 ratio Reese Hannigan Virgin. Cover G, the 1:15 ratio Sebastian Perez Virgin.
I was
Cover-
just taking a little peek at Archie and Army of Darkness.
There you go.
In case you didn't know, there's going to be Archie and Army of Darkness. Buy that when it comes out. It's very cool.
First issue's already out, John.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Monday you missed.
Oh, was it the Monday I missed? I was.
Cover H, the 120 ratio Bob Layton Virgin. Then we have cover I, the 125 ratio Declan Shalvey Virgin.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then cover J, the 1.5 ratio Sebastian Perez color splash variant.
I was talking to Jeff. They're moving a frightening amount of Thundar #1.
Yeah, it's selling well.
Apparently, people are like into this. It's the first issue is very cool.
Thundercats number 24, also out this Wednesday. Cover A by Lucho Carrillo. Cover B by Declan Shalvey.
I don't know if people thought we would get to Thundercats 24. I remember seeing unkind comments about how this is just a gimmick. There'll just be a few. It's a quick money grab. It'll just be a few issues or whatever. Thundercats 24. That's potentially 2 years worth of books.
It's true. Cover C by Jay Lee.
Although with the hiccups, it's been 2.5 years.
See you, Corey.
See you, Corey.
Cover D by Emilio Palou. Cover E by Mannix.
Yeah, everybody loves this, right? Yeah, I was going to say, is this already sold out?
Muppets Noir 1A and 1B. You got it,
Good
Becky.
pick up, Becky. That's really fun. Imagine the Muppets, Kermit the Frog in particular, in the middle of a John Huston film noir film. That's what it is. It's pretty dope.
Gotcha, Becky. You're good. All right. Thundercats number 24, cover F, the Drew Moss action figure variant.
To grab this. I love action figure covers. I always have.
Cover G, 110 ratio Drew Moss action figure Virgin. Cover H, the 110 ratio Mannix Virgin.
No, I feel like the action figure covers need the trade dress. I think they look better with trade dress.
All right. Then we have cover
I heard
I.
that in Piggy's voice. Nice, Jay.
Cover I, the 110 ratio Emilio Palou Virgin.
This is like the Adult Swim version of Thundercats.
All right.
We bought this from Japan and we're putting it on. Okay.
Cover J, the J Lee Virgin. Cover K, the 115 ratio Declan Shalvey Virgin. Cover L, the 115 ratio Lucho Carrillo Virgin. Cover M, Declan Shalvey black and white variant.
If I can get pictures, I'll bring them and I'll send them to Jay for next week. Somebody did the Sword of Omens as a cake outside of Atlantic City, like a bakery in Northfield. Apparently, they were doing some kid's 10th birthday, and he's a massive Thundercats fan.
All right.
It was like $900 to have the cake done as the Sword of Omens. It's big too. It is like 5 feet long. This cake.
And this kid is 52 years old, by the way. Everybody.
No, it was his 10th birthday. Although I'm sure his dad is 52 and like, buy the cake.
Cover N, the 1/7 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white Virgin.
Jay, that's great. Increase
also
increase
out
my waist.
Also out on Wednesday, Vampirella Armageddon number 8, cover A by Francesco Mattina. Cover B by Lyrics Lee. Cover C by Joseph Michael Linsner.
The cape is very cool. That is very for obvious reasons they don't do enough capes in Vampirella. There have been a few artists who pulled it off.
Cover D, the cosplay variant.
Nice. Speaking of capes,
I was going to say this is Ireland Reed, by the way.
Cover F, the 110 ratio cosplay Virgin.
I think that is right. That looks like Ireland Reed to me.
You know better than I do. And then cover G, the 110 ratio Linsner Virgin.
Then cover H, the 1:15 ratio Lyrics Lee version. Then cover I, the 1:15 ratio Matina version. Then also out on Wednesday of this week, Vampirella Dark Reflections trade paperback, $19.99. Vampirella Archive Volume 3 trade paperback. Got that for $34.99.
I've got these old Vampirella stories in so many different formats now that, like, I bought a couple different collections. I have some of the originals back in the day. I almost feel bad. Like, am I really going to buy this for like the 5th time? It's still the same stuff.
Elvira in Monsterland trade paperback.
This was so much fun.
And we have that for $19.99. Those are the Dynamite books coming out this week.
And David Cox's art is so good in this book, too.
All right, so we can do the pizza review or
the pizza review,
the pizza recap,
the culinary experience.
So Robbie is doing Close Encounters of the Third Kind tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, part of Sci-Fi Fest, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Really cool. I also sent Jay a picture of a burger I did back in my burger phase when I was working on developing the Bill's Burger. Look at that.
That's
not bad at all.
That's nice work.
Thank you.
Not too shabby there.
I need to get back into my burger crafting career.
Well, I don't think this comic thing is going to work out. I think food is the way to go. So we're going to have this transition. He's going to be like pop culinary philosophers. Well, you won't even have to change initials. It'll be fine, man.
It's still PCP. I like that.
He's still PCP. Tell the rest of the crew I got them covered. It's okay, man.
So bigger problem. What do I do for dinner tonight?
Well,
sounds like you got some frozen pizzas just backed up.
I was going to say, it sounds like you got frozen.
We were talking about that. I have frozen dumplings. I just.
Let me ask you a question.
Am
I the only one that when you make a frozen pizza, you spruce it up a little bit? Maybe you cut up some olives, some mushrooms, add some extra cheese to it, maybe some extra pepperonis.
I have to get to the grocery store because I'm out of cold cuts. So for lunch, I open a can of tuna, which I also keep as a fail-safe kind of emergency food. So I had to crack open a can of that.
Spam? You don't have any spam?
No, I don't. Spam, it turns out, is very bad for you, for men our age.
So what? I don't want to live longer if I can't have spam.
I would like to live longer. What is the point of that? I like to see grandchildren.
You know what spam is really good? You cut it into 6 slices and you do tempura with it. And that's absolutely delicious. Eat it with chopsticks, slice it. It is very good. Find a nice kind of...
John, I am not making tempura. It's not happening.
It's not that difficult. It's like rice flour and vodka and...
Rice flour, vodka. You've already gotten to 2 ingredients I don't have in the house.
You don't have vodka in the house?
No, I don't drink. I don't really drink vodka.
Oh, you don't drink vodka?
Yeah, so
the truth is, I only have a bottle in the house for making cocktails. My wife is a gin drinker, and as everybody guesses and knows, I drink whiskey.
So bourbon, scotch, but I don't drink scotch because scotch and I don't get along. Well, I like scotch, but it doesn't like me back.
Ace scotch is fine. Scotch when you're drinking can be tough on your stomach.
Yeah, so mostly beer and wine now at this point in my life. Disney Villains, thank you, Jay. The Kickstarter is still going on, so check it out if you haven't already.
That reminds me, I have to talk to Nick about my dynamic brewing idea.
Hey, I'd be up for that. I make that transition.
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine at a brewery, and I was like, I have a friend who owns comic book companies. He's like, of course you do. You have a friend that owns everything.
Vampirella has to be a red ale, right?
Vampirella
that's
what I said. I said it's sort of thinking like a Red Sonja ale.
Red Sonja should be like, maybe Red Sonja should be red. Vampirella would be red because the blood, maybe a blood orange Hefeweizen for Vampirella. Something like maybe a red ale for Red Sonja. Oh, yeah, you could do some really good stuff.
I had a few ideas that I was sort of... We'll see. I don't know. I will probably do hot dogs again this year, but as a very sort of post-retirement, I've gotten into this thing now. where people are asking me to partner for whiskey and beer and coffee. I don't know how much of that stuff I'm actually going to do, because the more I do, then the more work I have to do. And if I wanted to work, I wouldn't be tired. I have
now I really feel like a 7-Eleven hot dog.
Well, I've been just
say.
I've you can stop on the way home to ShopRite and get hot dogs. They have,
I am not stopping to shop. I do not feel like walking through the supermarket, because then there are always things I think I need. Next thing you know, I have a big bag worth of crap. I don't feel like dealing with it.
This dude's going home and eating some tuna helper, John.
I was going to say, you got tuna helper?
They don't make tuna helper. I do have hamburger helper, but the ground beef is frozen. So I would have to.
I feel like they don't make tuna helper anymore. Just make a pasta salad and put some tuna in it.
They don't.
South Jersey food scene is going to start like a new web series where it's like rescuing people. And episode 1 is going to be Rex.
So
we show up at the door.
I do have pasta sauce, pasta, and frozen meatballs. The problem is I had that last night, so I don't really feel like having it again tonight. So that's not going to work.
I seriously want to start doing what my wife does at work when she has to work the extra shift, because the headquarters of the company's in Japan. There's offices, and there's one in Buenos Aires. There's one in Vietnam. Sometimes my wife is just, she's gone for the whole day. She sleeps in her office. She has to be meeting. She gets a bunch of these sort of like, she'll go to ShopRite or wherever, and she'll get frozen meals, but like the better ones. Not just like, Swanson's or whatever. And she swears they're not bad at all. She gets them at Whole Foods. She got them at Stelli's.
I have Salisbury steak frozen TV dinners in my freezer as well.
Dude, I love Salisbury steak. I would have.
Yeah.
Dude, frozen Salisbury steak is it, dude.
Salisbury steak is
like Boston Market frozen Salisbury steak. Oh, so good.
There's a diner down in Brookline.
Salisbury steak
does
is awesome.
Salisbury steak that almost covers the plate.
Yeah.
It's a
I love
and then they do the potatoes on
Salisbury
top.
steak.
And it's just.
I love Diner Salisbury steak, Diner chicken croquettes.
Dude, Falcon Diner is open 24 hours. What we should do is plan when it's not quite so cold. We finish the show and we drive down to Falcon Diner.
I'm game for that. But
you can do what I usually do, Rex, when I don't feel like cooking or preparing something and I'm hungry and I need to make a meal. I just get a bag of sunflower kernels and I just eat those.
No, I'm gonna need something more than that, my friend. That's for the ball field. So I'm gonna need something more than that.
Well, you might be a guy that might want to start thinking about meal prepping a little bit, sticking everything in your freezer so that you can go home, take out 2 or 3 things, dump them in a bowl, put them in the microwave.
It's so much work, John.
Oh my God, that's so much work?
Yes.
It's like you're ready for a baby bird.
All right, bro. 10 Red Barons every week. Just go to the store. You'll spend like $20. You'll be
on
fine.
sale every week.
And I'll tell you this, dude,
it's so easy.
Tombstone has a French fry crust frozen pizza. They got a chili
I've had
cheese
that.
one. It's good. It's actually pretty good for what it is.
It is.
Dude, if I was 8 years old, I would love that thing.
You have an air fryer?
No.
I was going to say, you get yourself an air fryer, you can start making yourself loaded tots and all that stuff. Like literally put the tots in the thing. It's a couple buttons.
Thunder Metals. Usually that's going to be a month after the first release, because then they have to be sent to the special manufacturer, put the metals on. So that's probably going to be a little bit behind. I'd say about a month would be a good guess if you want. Hungry Man, I like Hungry Man. I have those. I probably have some frozen in my freezer.
Think about how many frozen lasagnas and stuff like that ShopRite moves at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but they're so loaded in sodium. So I try to kind of stay away from them. So
that's
I
why
do
my
have
wife gets
dumplings.
those meals that she does. She goes and she gets them in like the healthier section because, she doesn't want so much sugar, so much salt, so much whatever.
But I don't even like shopping at something.
Tons of these places do those like fresh meals prep now that you just kind of throw in the oven, right?
Yeah.
Like a
good buddy does that. He's divorced now. I went through this with a good buddy of mine. He's divorced and he won't cook. He won't do this. He won't do that. So I did a little research and I hooked him up with the service. It comes and it's super simple. They actually sent them even the oven. and it's like a little kind of box, like convection selectric type oven or whatever. And he literally opens the thing.
Part of
and
one of
he
those
does
places.
mac and cheese. Click, beep, and he eats.
No, I was part of one of those places, and they were delivering the food, big box, and you have to order so many. I found myself towards the end throwing some out because
Yo,
reach.
hey everybody, hit that thumbs up, sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
So that wasn't working for me. So I ended up wasting food. So I canceled that. So that doesn't really work because if there was a store that had them, I could buy them one at a time or two at a time. That's one thing. But they were forcing me to take some every week. It felt like,
Well, it seems like. I mean, I'm just saying. It seems like you need them every week, though, right?
Not all the time.
Because like you go on.
Yeah, it's like,
and
I got sick of it. And the varieties were kind of small, I guess. And I'm like, I don't feel like that tonight. So I go out and get something. So it wasn't good for me.
Yeah, my buddy works like accounting or whatever, right?
True,
Every day he goes to his office, he does his thing, and he comes home, right? He's like a sad existence, which is why he's divorced. Right. So he goes home, he takes his thing, he looks, I'm having beef stroganoff tonight. Click, beep. By the time he gets out of his shirt and tie and comes back in, it's done. It's over.
No, I see the convenience to that. And at first it was working, and then I think I started out when my daughter was away at college. Because I wanted to avoid cooking, but she wasn't home
dishes
anymore.
And all that stuff.
Yeah. Right. And I don't know, it just didn't work out.
Rex, what I'm getting from you, you're still a young man at heart, but maybe it's time to start thinking about something like Meals on Wheels or something.
Oh no, Mr. Wang, we're here with your food.
Read between the lines, Robbie.
Oh no. It's so cute. He reads comics. Come here.
Maybe John could hook me up with that. Find the right number to call.
I can take you over to the South Jersey Food Bank, and they have a service where they bring.
There are plenty of communities you could join, Rex. That they'll do your laundry for you. They'll prepare your meals.
Yeah, I know. It's called a nursing home.
If you can pull it off instead of your real age, maybe we'll tell them like you're in your 80s, and we'll see if we can get kindly people to do your laundry, clean your house, and bring you food. All you have to do is pretend to be super old when you come to the door.
This from retired guy with a wife at home.
I've got someone that does my laundry, thankfully. Maple Shade. I bring them the bag. Thank you. I'm done. I've got someone who cleans my house. She comes over. Me and the dog go out. Gina's at work. She cleans. Thank you. Gina's super happy. Although I usually clean up my own messes in the kitchen because that's not cool. If someone comes to your house to clean, they shouldn't, because you had an accident trying to recreate crab pancake, they shouldn't have to clean that up.
All right, so let's do the drawing.
Too starchy, not pulled it right. Jay, I love that, man.
All right, so last chance, hashtag is EXP Monday, all lowercase. All right. Jay, go ahead and spin that wheel, man.
Yeah, good luck, everybody. This is a good one.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah, this is a very cool giveaway. No whammies. Hopefully everybody got in there. Too hard, too salty, too expensive, too long. Yeah, dude, you're a little fussy, man.
Look at who's talking.
You're a little fussy.
Ryan, congrats.
Congratulations, Ryan.
All right. So Ryan is the big winner tonight.
The truth is, I've had a few friends like you, and I've gone through the trouble of teaching them how to cook. I've gone through the trouble of teaching them how to shop. I've gone through the trouble of finding codes so that you get a free thing and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Invariably, I still see them like on Instagram talking about sitting in the Sonic drive-thru waiting for their,
Look, I know how to cook.
Their passion fruit
not
slushy
not quite the way you do, but I know how to cook. I raised a child. She's not dead. But I just don't feel like doing it now. You know what I'm saying? You make it for yourself. You got
the
dishes.
therapist's couch. I've had more dreams about the Red Baron. He's coming to get me. Oh
no, but
I
when
threw
she
a
was
softball
real
at him.
small.
Sorry,
No, wait. When she was real small, and she had to be like 4 or 5. Her mom and I just got divorced, and I was ordering out so much, right? And one day
that
we
adds
ran
up,
out of
too.
milk.
That's
We
what
ran
I
out of
mean,
milk.
that adds up.
Okay, yeah. Well, it was just, trying to be a single dad.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
no,
But here's the thing. So one day we ran out of milk, right? So I opened the fridge and I opened the container. I'm shaking containers, a little bit of milk. She needs milk. I'm like, crap, we're out of milk. My daughter looks up at me and goes, Dad, just call the pizza guy. Okay, for like an entire half a year, every time somebody rang my doorbell, she would scream out, "Pizza man!" And I'm like, "No, Liv, it's
He's
not."
checking the meter. He's checking the meter, man. It's all good.
Yeah, and I realized at that point, I go, you know what? We order out way too much.
You order two
I gotta have
pizzas
to deal
and-
with this.
Hey, if you guys could float me a quarter milk, just add it to the bill. It's fine.
Because I knew, because her mom was still in the area and we had shared custody. And I knew she was going to rat me out to her mom, and her mom would have something else to take me to court about. Oh my God.
Dude, listening to how you eat, I'm seriously considering taking you to court in the name of South Jersey food scene. I'm offended.
Oh my God.
We're
So
gonna
that's
almost
how I
invented
dealt with it.
Postmates. I
So,
love that.
all right, everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, John.
And seriously, people, look at that mystery box thing, because there's a lot
You
of
should. It was on sale. Now it's back to normal price. I told everyone.
And check out the stuff of the people in the chat too. CJ has an IG account where he does some really cool art. Triple B has his show. Castle still sporadically does his show. There's a lot of creative energy in the chat, and I think that's very cool.
That's true. I will be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Check out Robbie's movie night sci-fi series starting
Thank you,
tonight.
Jay, for pushing the button.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. All right. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern, so you definitely watch. To you guys out there, thank you. All right. Appreciate you. Peace.